Good morning and welcome to day 3 from the base camp, having a fresh coffee and some porridge with a nice view. This is where I took a dip last night. Slept at around 8 or 9 p.m. After the dip, had a quick meal and just went to bed thereafter. Woke up at 7 and now it's almost 8, time for breakfast and then time to head out for another 20 odd kilometers for the day. So it's been an hour of hiking, got to the first picnic slash snack spot. It's about 3 kilometers from the previous night's base camp, and there's just like some wood and barbecue spot and some flowing water nearby. So gonna rest up a little bit, and then the next target is Yusin Camp in 5 kilometers. So let's see when we get started. This would have been so much fun to chill by the water if there were no mosquitoes, but there are way too many mosquitoes around the water here. So it's 11:20 a.m. day 3. This is the halfway mark of the official 82 kilometer trail. Although I might have crossed this sooner because I also did a bit of detours to go visit the canyon and a few other places, but officially made it to the halfway mark in under 2.5 days. Done 8 kilometers for the day, 12:30, and there's a nice lake here. Thinking of taking a quick dip because it's quite warm today, so it would be nice and refreshing. And then another 14.8 kilometers to the base camp for tonight. So this is the hut where I just took a dip in the water. That's the place to swim right there, and it was a very refreshing dip finally because it's a nice and warm day. And then after that, so this is gonna be the lunch spot about 5 kilometers from here. That's where was the camp for last night, and this is the camp for tonight, Sila Stupa, 15 kilometers to go. So let's see, it's 1:30 p.m. hopefully can get to the camp around between 7 or 8, taking it nice and slow and enjoying the view and taking a dip whenever possible. Okay, 3:30 p.m. made it to the lunch spot. Chicken burrito for lunch and some fire to keep the mosquitoes away, hopefully. Some really nice view for fresh water out there. Views are quite nice. There's some ducks swimming with their babies, some people over there fishing, and then there's rapids over there. As you can see, it's like all clear today. No clouds and extremely hot for a hike. Getting to the lunch spot was quite grueling. It was very steep decline, so I wasn't vlogging much. But since then we've been walking around this river, the nice sound of gushing water, and we've done 51 kilometers so far of the trail, 31 to go, and about 8 kilometers to get to the base camp for the night. Okay, so really long day compared to the rest of the hikes. It's 8:30 p.m. Still have 3 kilometers to go to get to base camp. Stopped at an interim location to grab a dinner so that when I'm at the camp I can just go to sleep. Now crossing this bridge, lovely views otherwise. Probably we'll get there around 10 or so, so just gonna crash after that. Good morning guys from Sila Stupa. Welcome to day 4. Yesterday 22 kilometers were quite grueling as I expected. Got here around 10. By 10:30 I was totally passed out. There was an unexpected very steep incline all of a sudden that drained all my energy, so I had to drag myself for the last couple of kilometers to get to the base camp. Anyways, I had a good night's sleep, feeling recharged. Today is supposedly a light day, about 12 odd kilometers. So just making some porridge and some coffee for breakfast, and then time to leave. But look at the view behind me. There's like flowing rapids, nice sunshine, a little bit of breeze. So not so many mosquitoes here, not so many people either. And the name of this hut where I am right now, this camp, is called Sila Stupa, which is funny because it has nothing to do with the stupa. It's just like the previous huts where I stayed at. Although again, I set up my hammock, I didn't even sleep in the hut anymore. There were already a couple of people inside. It's a bunkered kind of setup, but it felt a bit stuffy. So yeah, time to enjoy breakfast and then pack up and leave for today's stretch. So I managed to do quite a bit. This is where it starts, all the way here. Sila Stupa is where I am today. So today's plan is to go down to Porantimajoki. Should be about 10 to 12 kilometers. If possible, try to push a little bit further to reduce the load of tomorrow. If not, stay here for the night. Let's see how it goes. So that's the hut behind me. As you can see, it's nothing to do with the stupa, but that's the name. Just came down to the water stream to refill for the day and leave. So as you can see, there's a waterfall there, so I'll try to zoom in with my phone and overlay. And then this is the water stream all around, sitting on the steps here. And yeah, that's where you drink the water from. Absolute raw nature. Just started walking, took a few steps off the trail to get really close to the waterfall. It's an amazing view. Gonna take in the view for a couple of minutes and then continue onwards with the trail. Okay, so on today's trail we are at a junction. So this way goes to Yuma village parking and then Myllykoski. So the plan is to go here, and then from there should be pretty close to the Oulanka base camp, just to see what's there. And then we have to come back all the way and then continue the trail that way. So still 22 kilometers to go. The problem here is that what you see on this map that they have everywhere, and what these kind of metal plates say, sometimes they don't match. The distance is a bit off, so it's kind of hard to say exactly how far you are. But there is this kind of map every checkpoint, and it's kind of hard to read and figure out the distances from this. So sometimes you just have to go with the flow. Just made it to the Oulanka base camp, and behind me you can see reindeers walking free. Ironically, getting to this base camp, the signs are a bit kind of, they're not very informative, so it was a bit of a struggle to get here. But gonna check out if there's any food to eat, grab a snack or something. And then, oh, another life hack. So getting here was a bit of a difficult detour as far as I'm concerned, because you have to go up and down a lot of stairs. So what I did was I hid my bag next to Myllykoski, which is a viewing point. So I had a snack break there and hid my bag there. So on the way back, so now I'm walking nice and light, and on the way back I'll grab my backpack, because you have to retrace your steps to go rejoin the trail. So this is about 3 to 4 kilometers of a detour from the actual trail. Quick tip, although this is run by a private business, that's why they don't have the markers well laid out. It's not a part of the Oulanka National Park, but you're looking for the Yuma parking spot, and that's where this is. And behind that, on the terrace where I was having the blueberry cake and the ice cream, if you come down the stairs, you have a nice refreshing lake here, and right across the lake there is the Yuma village. So just had a nice refreshing dip, shower done for the day. Super cool water with warm breeze is just perfect. So now just gonna rest up and then continue onwards. It's 5:30 p.m. Well, actually 6:30 p.m. Got here at 5:30. This is the final camping site for this Karhunkierros Trail. I guess I'm left with 15 kilometers or so of the final stretch for tomorrow. And this cabin is really cool. It's called Porontimayoki, and the cabins are on top of flowing river water. So I just took a nice dunk here on that side and totally refreshed after a nice grueling hike. So today the terrain was okay, but it was the weather that was really hot. It was about 27-28 degrees, very little cloud cover throughout, so that made it a little bit difficult. But otherwise here, so far so good. Along the way today on the trail there weren't so many views, that's why I wasn't vlogging so much. But I am told tomorrow is supposedly the hardest part of this trek, so let's see how that goes. But for now, just gonna enjoy, sit by the fire, enjoy the cool breeze. Maybe there might be not so many mosquitoes because the breeze is really nice and cool. Nobody else is here, seems to be the only one around. So I took the entire this cabin to myself, so that's really cool. Maybe 1 or 2 people might come by the night. Been meeting a lot of really cool people along the trek. Some of them have quit, some of them have terminated like midway through. There are a couple of parking spots that you get, which gives you an opportunity to call in a cab and call it quits. But luckily I'm still going strong, so hopefully tomorrow we'll make it to the finish. Good morning and welcome to day 5 of the hiking adventures. So woke up really early today at 5 a.m. It's 5:30 now, waiting for the oats to warm up and for coffee to get down to decent temperatures so I could drink. In the meantime, prepping the backpack, replacing water with some energy drink for the cruel hike up ahead. I'm told there are about 7 peaks you're supposed to hike up and down, so it's all gonna be up down. There's barely any gonna be breathing room, so gonna take it nice and easy. Hopefully it goes fine, but taking in the nice views. And this was the first kind of hut where the river is flowing from under the hut, so it was very soothing that way. And before you get to Ruka, this is gonna be your last hut, so you better refill all your water needs here, because from here until the finish line there is not gonna be any more water. So I'm gonna stock up the entire 3-liter hydration pack that I have, partly with energy drink, partly with water, and then head out. Okay, so started hiking, getting a little bit good views. The weather is cooperating a bit, slight breeze as well. 1 kilometer down, 14 to go. Let's see how the rest of the trail looks like. So this is a small rest stop, the one very next to where I stayed last night. There seems to be some water a bit far away, so it's a downhill walk to get to the water. There are planks to get you to swimming as well, and then you have to come all the way back up. And there also seem to be solar panels installed, so probably you could recharge some of your devices. And from here, probably the tougher hike is gonna start. For the moment I've done 4K in 1.5 hours approximately, so keeping up good pace. Now taking a bit of a break, recharging, and then continuing forward. Made it to the top of Kumpuara. Lots of lakes and lush greenery, amazing views, and then the trail continues downwards from here. In about 3 kilometers from here there's supposedly a nice peak, Kontainen Peak, which would have probably better views than this, but this also works. There's nice breeze, so there are no mosquitoes. I'm really enjoying. It's very peaceful up here. So today's hike seems to be going up and down mountains like this, and there is a bench in the middle of nowhere for you to chill. There's also a reindeer grazing there in a bit of a distance. So really cool views. I wish there was some more water and some more wind here, because there's only like swampy areas here, but still some nice place to take a rest, and maybe some reindeers will come and greet you. Okay, so now the fun part of the hiking begins. Very steep incline, you have to use the ropes to grapple yourself up. with the full backpack load behind you. So this is gonna be fun, but hopefully this might be Kontainen or I'll be approaching there soon. It's almost 7 kilometers already, so taking a quick break before doing this nasty climb, and then hopefully enjoying the views from up top and taking a nice little break up there. Okay, so that peak up there, it's about at a 400-meter altitude. That is Kontainen, finally the viewpoint. Quite a big hike all the way, ropes again, steep incline. Okay, let's do this. Okay, ropes again. Try to climb. Okay. Some of these pillars are a bit loose, so be a bit careful, but these ropes help a lot climbing up. I wish there was something on the other side too to rappel faster, but still better than nothing. Starts off from the planks and then climb all the way, almost at the top. So after you survive all that grappling up with the ropes, now you're climbing, I don't know, just a gazillion steps up. At this point I can't really tell if the stairs make it any easier, but yeah, it is what it is. Finally, 4 hours and 9 kilometers later, made it to the top of the Kontainen peak. Really amazing views behind me. So gonna just rest here, recover the energy. Was quite a massive incline decline, kind of going up and down the hills, but the views are really worth it. Just gonna rest here for a bit. There seems to be a lake over there. Really peaceful here. Nobody else seems to be on the trail today. What better place to be enjoying a protein bar than by the cliff with a nice view like that. Have a nice day, people. Alright, had a really refreshing half-hour break. Had some protein bars, got some energy. By the way, one thing about this peak that you should know is it's at 400-meter altitude, and from the Oulanka base camp, if you go to the backside of the terrace, you can actually see this peak. The next peak that we're gonna climb is gonna be the Valtavara, which is 495 meters, but before that we probably might stop at some lean-tos or shelters and have some lunch. It's gonna be a strenuous hike up ahead. Just came down that mountain and climbing Valtavara already, up the stairs, steep incline. 6 kilometers to the finish line, almost at the top. Soon it will be time for lunch, taking a breather before moving forward. So this is Suolampi, by the swamp there, so it's not very drinking friendly or swimming friendly, but just had my last trail lunch tortilla here. It's almost 2 p.m, about 5-6 odd kilometers to go. Still have to climb the Valtavara, 492 meters, so that's gonna be fun. So I guess, yeah, it's about time to start hiking, start climbing the hills again. It's gonna be up and down all the way up to the finish line, but really looking forward to making it to the finish line. Gonna take it nice and slow now that I have eaten the food, and we'll get there when we get there. Finally, after 30 minutes of hiking post lunch, the sun is shining bright in my face, and I think I've reached Valtavara. There is no sign here per se, but this pile of rocks is what I'm assuming is kind of like a checkpoint for the hikers to let them know that you've reached Valtavara. The view behind me is really amazing. Let me show you from the other side. So I think I came up from this route here. So lush green pine trees all around, numerous lakes all around. This is what is a signature of Finland. And over there, there are also some holiday cottages which I've been seeing for the previous 2-3 peaks. And there is a private beach access there, so you could jump into the lake there. So that's really cool. But lovely views here. I'm hoping this is Valtavara, and then from there the trail goes down, and over there on that mountain I'm seeing some ski slopes and stuff, so somewhere there should be Ruka, which means I'm getting closer. And from here the trail is starting to go down again, so maybe a couple of hill climbs more and then I'll be at the destination. Okay, so it seems like I misinterpreted that previous peak with the pile of stones was not Valtavara. This is Valtavara, the hut behind me. And from here Ruka is about 3 kilometers, 3.3, so the end of the trail. It's 13.3 kilometers already, getting there. Yeah, that was a place that I was seeing from the previous mountain, so I guess I've climbed all the mountains in the middle to get here. And the views are really nice still. Nice and windy. So I was just resting at Valtavara, met these amazing friendly Finns. They were just climbing up from the path that I was just going down. We're having really fun conversations with them, really enjoying speaking to them. Say hello to the vlog, guys.
Hello. Hello.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Last 2 kilometers of a climb to go, and we'll be resting soon. Okay, so this is where you finished. It's the Ruka ski park. And finally it took me about 7 hours today, not including the lunch break, about 45 minutes. So 7 minutes of effective hiking for the day to complete this 15 odd kilometers. They were quite taxing for the knees, for the ankles, for the back. So if you're doing Hautajarvi Ruka way, be prepared for this last stretch. It's gonna drain every ounce of last bit of energy that you have. But all in all, was an amazing experience. I really enjoyed it, and I do hope you like this experience that I documented as a form of a vlog for the entire multi-day hike. And with this is my new PR. Previous PR that I had was about 50 kilometers in about 3 nights 4 days. This is I think the official trail it says is 82, but with the detours to the canyon, to Oulanka base camp and so on, I think I almost did 85 odd kilometers. Met a lot of amazing hikers along the way. The Estonian family that we had fun conversations with over dinner last night near the cottage over the river. If you guys are watching this vlog, hello. I hope you finished the hike safely and are enjoying your stay and the journey ahead. All the amazing people that I met, all the Finns, the French people, the Germans, etc., people from around the world. I hope everyone finishes nice and safe and everyone has a good experience. And a big shout out to Ville. We met along the hike, and then he decided to be my hiking buddy, and we paired up for the majority part of the hike until lunch today, after which we split up because he was on a bit of a time crunch. I had an accommodation booked, but he needed to leave and board the bus for returning to home, so I can understand that. But anyways, thanks so much for being a part of this journey with me, Ville, and thanks also for helping me film some of the clips for this vlog that you're watching. And if you're watching this vlog, since I don't see you hiding anywhere in the bushes except for that reindeer running behind me, I suppose you made it safe, and since you're not here, probably you boarded the bus also, so I guess you're all good. All right, so super tired now, time to rest a lot. So this is Rustic Wanderer signing off. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Take care.